Yeah, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another Fortune Chronicles with your girl, Tatiana Tarot. C'est moi. It's been a long time since I've dropped one of these. Child, if you guys have been rocking with me for a long time, you already know that I go through ebbs and flows of dropping this content. I gotta go with whatever feels right. In the moments, if I want to take a break, that is what's happening. And I just prioritize my passion. Basically, if I'm not passionate about it, I'm not gonna do it. So that being said, I am getting the little buzz to jump back in and give you some juicy readings and channelings on whatever it is that you're watching this video for. Some of you may just stumble upon this video and be like, all right, I just want to see what Tati has to say to me at this time. Some of you may have a particular predicament, question, challenge, issue going on in your life, and you feel like maybe this video will give you insight on this. This is a timeless edition of Fortune Chronicles, meaning that the message is not based on a particular week, a month, or a particular topic. It is channeled for whatever it is that you're watching this for. It will provide a guidance, a guided message for you. Okay. So if it's bland, I'm just here for a general message, that's good. Again, you can watch this video with the intention of a particular question or any of the prior Fortune Chronicle timeless editions with a question, and whatever video you stumble upon is the video you're meant to be seeing. So I'm really excited to be jumping back in. If you are new to me and to this channel, welcome. I'm so happy to have you. I am also known as Tatiana Tarot. I work as a diviner, a spiritualist. I'm an initiated priestess of an African traditional practice, Isha, Orisha, Isheshe. I do a lot of healing, wellness courses and classes for personal development, for uplifting your life in all ways, and for empowerment reasons. So if you want to know more about me and what I offer, or just follow up on that, you can just like and subscribe my channel, and I will also be dropping a lot of freebies along the way. I have one coming up real soon for y'all, so it's really juicy, so I'm excited to drop that in a couple of weeks. But nevertheless, let's get started. So the way I formulate these videos is per elemental signs. So we will have fire, water, air, and earth, and that can be pertained to your sun, moon, rising, astrological star signs, as they say out here. So if you are a Virgo, you would want to watch the earth component of this video. If you are a Leo, you will want to watch the fire component. If you are an Aquarius, you will want to watch the air component, because those are the elemental signs of those astrological signs. But also, I do suggest that for full absorption of the message, that you watch the video in its entirety. If you're short on time, watch your sun sign. If you've got buku time or you want to check that back in, watch your sun, moon, and rising sign. How do you figure that out? You're going to need to know your birth time, your birth date, the place of birth. And yeah, you plug that into astro.com. You'll get a hefty astrology chart, and the chart will convey what your sun, your moon, and your rising signs are. Once you've got that saved, you can come back and watch the elemental components for that, and your Venus sign if you're feeling froggy. All right, so let's get into it. I feel like I might want to start with fire signs for this video. So fire signs, you're up. All right, so if you are an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, sun, moon, rising, this message is for you. Great Spirit, what is the message for fire signs? This already flipped over. Fire signs, sun, moon, rising, Venus. Let's go with this card. I'm going to go with one card, and I'm going to go with the subconscious card, as I typically do. So this card flipped over as I was shuffling for the fire signs. This is the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so for whatever reason, again, this is a general reading, so you can apply this to whatever predicament you're in, or if you just want to hear the general message, this is for you. Two of Pentacles speaks about, well, it's pretty evident. It is about juggling, um, juggling many things, having many balls in your court, so to speak, that makes it a little challenging to find balance, to find harmony in your life. Does not necessarily convey that things are a little hectic. There could be a small percentage of hecticness there, particularly in the realm of the emotional sector. And why? There could be a lot of responsibilities, obligations, things on your to-do list that are piling up, that are making it a little difficult for you to have a rhythm or a flow where everything is in its own place. Balance for you can look very different from one day to the next, but there is a way for you to sustain or maintain your own unique flow, your own unique rhythm. It's just going to look different from the majority of people out there that might have a system that is like, they go to work 9 to 5, they come home, they cook dinner, they spend time with their kids, they watch TV, and then they go to bed. I'm getting fire signs that that's not necessarily the case for you. You might have this is a season of productivity. This is a season of fruitfulness is what I'm getting. This is a season of hustling. Okay. And that could be in the work sector. That could be in the career sector. That could be in terms of family dynamics. You know, you might have a lot of responsibility amongst your family. If you're a parent, there could be a lot of things coming up for your kids. There could be a lot of things that you have to schedule or go see or, sort out amongst the family. It could be that, your own personal life is getting abundance. It's getting fruitful. So I see this hecticness. I see this minute chaos as something positive, as something that is actually going to really pay off long term. But there does need to be a prioritization of your well-being, especially again in the emotional sector. I do feel that, especially with this card, the Two of Pentacles, so much is going on. Your emotions can take a backseat to that. Your emotional, spiritual, mental well-being could take a backseat to that. And they could be really high at one end, really low at the other, really high at one end, really low at the other. What's coming in is that there could even be a deep-seated subconscious insecurity about what's going on. Maybe you are in a space of unpredictability that you said yes to many things, you have to juggle these things, and you can't necessarily get out or back out of these obligations, and you're not really secure if they're going to work out the way you want them to work out. Or, you have these, como se dice, these pings of imposter syndrome, which is quite normal. I think this is normal. I think also you need to be mindful of absorbing a lot of external energies, absorbing other people's opinions, other people's expectations, other people's demands, pressures on yourself that are not necessarily fair. You're being too hard on yourself is what I am hearing. And you do need to prioritize your emotional well-being. So a couple of things that are coming up for you, is to, one, invest in therapy if you are in a space where you can do that, whether it's going to a therapist or having a trusted friend lend an ear. Connecting with your friends, connecting with your community, talking to them, going out and doing something completely different than what it is that you're trying to juggle and handle in your life. There is a need for more fun, more play that varies very differently from what you're already doing. That seems to be more of an obligation or something that you need to be on top of. Journaling can be really good for you, or walks, doing things that involve nature, walking, hiking, planting, gardening, cooking your own foods, going out and just being in the sun, getting a suntan, lounging in the sun, going swimming if you can, things of the sort. taking supplements, maybe supplements that make your brain sharper, that make you less anxious, taking magnesium, um, and all of that. So I think that is going to be very, very helpful for you. Some of you fire signs would absolutely benefit from type A organization. So it would be like really using Google Calendar or using AI, leveraging AI to do a lot of the back end work that maybe you would be doing, or asking AI for ideas or ways for you to minimize the responsibilities that you have, whether it's planning something with the family, doing some sort of self-care thing that you don't know how to sort out yourself, handling something in your career, writing something for you. These are just things that are coming up in my brain. Okay, so it's like you are booked and busy, or you're about to be booked and busy, and you can feel like the incoming pressures of such before they land. Exciting stuff for you, fire signs. Exciting stuff for you. So this is more about preparation, prioritization of your well-being, so that you can optimize and maximize everything that is coming your way. You'll be in optimal position to thrive. Your health isn't lagging. Your mindset isn't lagging. You have things organized in a way that if you have an influx of this is already set up to handle that. And what I am also getting from you guys is that there is a challenge, or there may be difficulty in you solidifying decisions. There could be one important thing that's happening in your life there, or that is going to happen in your life, where you need to make a critical, vital decision, and you're like, yo no sé lo que tengo que hacer. Like, I'm juggling. I don't know. And that's because you're looking at things from a very emotional standpoint, which is valid. You must also see it from a logical standpoint and maybe long-term future visioning. Okay, so I will plug down a juicy lead magnet that I have that implores you to jump into your intuition, tap in, and ask whatever guidance questions you need, receive guidance, and maybe you can get some insight on that, child, because it looks like you need to be a little bit more intuitively led. Yes, we've got the logical faculties. Yes, we've got the emotional faculties, but there is a component to you that is a very intuitively strong factor that is being ignored, and it would be the easy route. There's a third road here that is the easy route that is being completely ignored. So I think with these decision-making abilities that you have coming up, this is more about, how does my body feel about this? What does my gut feel? What is my long-term vision, and how does my decision play a factor in that? What am I, when I'm fully rested, when I'm fully rejuvenated, what do I feel excited about? When I pray, what are the signs that I'm getting? And really being able to carve out a sacred, silent space for you to do a lot of the heavy lifting, which is really just intuitive work, feeling into these decisions, feeling into what you desire and what ultimately may be the best choice for you long term versus short term. Okay, there's a lot of, I don't know what route I should take. I don't know if I should do this. I don't know if I should do that. I don't know. Because it could be that you're coming into a season where there's a lot of things opening up for you all at once. And you can juggle some things at once, but not all things. And so what are those some things that you should be juggling and prioritizing now, versus just spending and wasting time on all these other things that may not have a large ROI at the end of the day? So that's that. And I think your intuition is going to tell you what those 2 or 3 things are that you should be like narrowing in, really focusing, and driving yourself through. What else is coming with the 2 of Pentacles? A lot of you fire signs can be encountering energies from the past, negotiations that remind you of things from the past, people that remind you of things from the past, situations, events, maybe some health situation that's happening from the past and it's coming back up again, there is an emotional core, there's an emotional tie, there's an emotional pattern here that has not been cleared from your energetic field, from your energetic body, so to speak. So these patterns are going to persist as a reminder of what you are accepting as the status quo, what you are just allowing, what you are allowing as your bare minimum. And a lot of these habits and patterns don't necessarily have to be bad things. They could be something, for example, again, when we're going back into the business sector, you want to scale your business, you want a higher clientele that has the means to pay you what you feel you deserve, but you keep on attracting a certain clientele that maybe you feel like you're being taken advantage of, or you're not as appreciated, your work is not as appreciated, or their payments keep failing or whatever, and it just keeps on happening. You have to check into your emotional body, your energetic field, and see, okay, what are the belief systems in my field, in my body, that are giving this circumstance a green light to persist? Like, is there something is there a core belief here that is like, if I attract a higher end clientele, I feel unworthy, or I don't feel like my services are actually good enough for this high clientele, or I feel like I'm going to be overburdened with responsibility that I can't catch up on, or whatever it is. There is a lot of internal play, I would say, a lot of internal exploration, processing as to why you're not getting to the next level. Because I do see, especially with this figure 8, there is an incessant replay of energy. So whatever familiar energies are coming into your life, again, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. There is a lesson there. There is an energetic code, a vibration, a frequency there, that it is the base level of what you're accepting, of what you feel you deserve. And it is there to teach you a lesson, or to remind you of something here that you need to pay attention to. Okay. And we do a lot of this work in my Possess Your Spirit monthly membership, in my courses. So if you're interested in diving in deeper to that, you can check out the links below. But this is food for thought for you. I do feel that you guys are on a brink. Damn, this video is fucking long. Or on a brink of discovering what your personal setbacks are, your limitations, the limitations you place on yourself, whether it be consciously or subconsciously. You'll be like, well, damn, why am I only in this area when I can trickle into this area? Why am I only in this country when I can live in that country? Why am I only doing yoga when I can certify myself over there and over here and over there too? Or I can create my own method, right? And so, few examples there. I think you're going to be thinking outside of the box, but before you can think outside of the box, you're going to realize why you've placed yourself in a box to begin with. And that, my friends, is epic for you guys. So the most important components here is having a support system, whether it be in the form of therapy, routines that support you monetarily, or like diet wise, physical activities, or community wise. There's a lot coming up for you guys. I'm really excited. You are more than capable of handling it all. You are on your boss bag in whatever way. It doesn't even have to be in regards to your career, but you're like on the leading edge of expanding your leadership skills, expanding your autonomy skills, and really making big, juicy decisions for you that put yourself first and help you create a legacy that you're proud of. Okay, so let's see what's in the subconscious factor. We've got the King of Swords. King of Swords is interesting. It does talk about legalities. It does talk about contract work. It does talk about professionalism on a high-end scale. This could be a time where you really need to sit down with an expert to map things out. You either will acquire an unexpected mentor. You will either be going through some legal work, signing papers, really top-notch, high-end stuff that sets you apart from others. You will be inspired from people that are on the leading edge of whatever it is that you are interested in doing, getting into, shifting into, or becoming. King of Swords also is your word is your bond. You must be really have integrity with yourself more than anything. If you're saying you're going to do something, then do it. If you're saying that you are representing a certain type of, you want to come in? Yeah, so you have to be not strict, but again, this is next level stuff. So if you say you're going to be doing something, if you say you are someone, then you really need to embody that, not just with your words, with your actions, but energetically as well. Really exciting to see how this is going to manifest. Really exciting to witness who's going to come into your life that inspires this glow up and really helps shape and mold this glow up, because it definitely looks like you are going to be acquiring people that know what they're talking about. And this could even be like in the form of you listening to really amazing podcasts, reading inspiring books, talking, being in groups, think tanks, and talking to inspiring people that are giving you innovative ideas or inspire you to think bolder. Okay, think bolder. And this is a very strong season of disciplinarian means. So really discipline yourself, but also celebrate yourself, right? Don't leave yourself out of the equation. You've already done so much. You're going to grow into so much bigger, but we must take into factor how much you've already accomplished, what you've already learned, and that you're on this no ni sé cómo decirlo, you're on the end of the chapter where you're settling these last patterns, these last imprints of things that you feel like you don't need to give permission to persist in your life anymore. Diminishing bad habits, entertaining foolishness. It's a very como rigorous energy with the King of Swords. The King of Swords is very no nonsense, but there are some things that need to be put into place to make sure that you're locked in, you're loaded for this next iteration of self that you're becoming. Big stuff. So what do we want to go to next? Okay, let's go into water signs next. Water signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you are a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, you're going to want to tune into this message. Race Spirit, what is the message for water signs? What do they need to hear? What do they need to know? What do they need to figure out? Why were they brought to watch this video? Give us insight. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Water signs, you're going to want to watch fire signs. The fire sign video, because there is juicy information in there for you. But if you are a Pisces, a Scorpio, and a Cancer, this message is for you. You guys are getting the King of Swords. King of Swords is proudly in their bag, okay? In all iterations and forms of being in your bag, not just financially. Mental bag, spiritual bag, financial bag, physical bag, emotional bag. They know who they are. There's no compromising, and there is a very strict boundary with that sort of representation and energy of excellence that they exude. The boundary is energetic, the boundary is physical, the boundary is spiritual, and the boundary is more upon themselves than it is towards the external realm. Like, this is what I expect of myself. I do not expect to underperform. I expect to overperform. And I expect nothing but excellence in every area of my life. I know I am capable of that. Excellence actually is easy for me because I am excellence. There is no tension between what I am and what I am not. I am excellence. I am the embodiment of excellence, and I am here to perform excellence in every aspect of my life. So that is a season that you water signs are in. And your excellence is going to look different from another person's excellence. Maybe your excellence is in your career, your excellence is in your spiritual life, your excellence is in your personal life. But there is a sense of deep pride, a deep sense of purpose, of being chosen. You feel chosen. You feel like you're representing your ancestors well, you're representing your people well, a deep drive to do more, be more, to create what is not out there, to represent that which is not being represented, to serve that which is not being served. So, strong leadership, strong, purposeful destiny points here that you are leading on. There could be a factor for you water signs that is powerful in terms of academia. There could be a lot of academic research going on, personal research, public speaking, physical representation, written representation, something that you're putting out into the world that brings you extreme pride or now makes you like the leading expert or the go-to person in that regard. So I do see like potential fame, exposure, leveling up in your career, leveling up in your life. And it's really because of this single point of making a decision. I am only available for greatness. I am not available for anything that is not great. And I am going to lock in on myself and change my mindset, change my habits, change my lifestyle to modify and represent all that is great, all that I feel that is great, to make me the greatest version of myself so that I can produce greatness, right? And it's not just like consumption or just excessive work. I don't feel like this is work. I feel like you're plugged into the divine flow of purpose and you just feel that you are being blessed left, right, and center for being in alignment with that purpose, for being certain that you are worthy of ease, of opportunity, of all of these things that now maybe you were in search for, maybe you have been working hard for, and it just clicked in and you're like in this wave of effortlessness. Genius. I think this is a genius card. You're in your genius era. And I'm really excited to witness what is to come, what creations you guys are to come, what emanates from this energy of certainty, of this energy of confidence and competence, really. So I think this is, with the King of Swords, this could be the makings of you writing a book behind the scenes, developing something large that the people need, your family needs, you need, that has not been made before, really pushing yourself beyond personal limitations and fears and apprehensions and imposter syndrome to go do the things that you know are going to make you top-notch, next level. And it flows again because you're a water sign, so it's going to come easily to you, especially with this. Now, with the King of Swords, again, this is something similar that I told the fire signs. This could be a time for you to invest in yourself in the terms of a mentor or higher leadership, higher mentorship. You might need to listen to things that are more motivating, more challenging. They're going to challenge you. Go to events that are really push you out of your shell, or start acquiring a community, circle, friends that are people that are excelling in their own right, that are optimizing their time, their energy, leveraging their geniuses to come out on top, and are inspiring in their own right. King of Swords, again, very logically based, heady mental energy. This could be a good time to listen to all those podcasts, read those books, take a course, revisit courses, create your own course, write, speak, attend academic or intellectual events that are going to stimulate you. Listen to classical music, listen to sound healing that stimulates your mind. Get into neuropsychology, anything like that that maybe inspires you, uplifts you, lights something within you. King of Swords is all about that. But I do, again, sense that for this next level that you're blossoming into, there is going to be a need of having someone, not necessarily governing the process, but someone who maybe has come from nothing and has built their way to the top in whatever sector you're interested in, but is now an inspiring figure that you would like to embody and is leading you or inspiring you or giving you guidance in some way. That could be a group cohort, that could be a retreat that you invest in, that could be monthly coaching calls, that could be reading services, that could be a training seminar you go to. Whatever it is, this is an excellent time to up level your mental faculties, to up level your interests, to really take leading edge of your education and prioritize that. That's going to be a massive investment for you in terms of what you're chosen to put out into this world and why you've chosen to live this timeline. I think this is also a time for you water signs to be a little strict on yourself. This is what I'm available for. This is not what I'm available for. It could be in your relationships, could be in your personal habits, could be in your lifestyle habits, could be in your friendship groups, could be in your family. But again, this is going to come with a sense of ease because it's going to come with energetic boundaries versus having to vocalize these things all the time because you're walking the walk and you're talking the talk. Love this for you. Okay, let's see on the subconscious end of this deck. We are getting the Star. This is really a serendipitous, auspicious time for you water signs. There is no mistakes or coincidences in terms of the people that you meet, the circumstances you walk into, the opportunities that you gravitate. You are highly magnetic. Why? I do feel you guys, and if you're not into this wavelength now, subliminals, your own personal manifestation techniques, reworking, rewiring your neural pathways, working the nervous system so you're more regulated, so you can handle the ebbs and flows of life, rewiring the patterning in your mindset so that it's up leveled, rewiring self-talk, self-concept, as the girlies say. What's your self-concept? This is your level of confidence and your ability to verbalize that and what you think energetically on a day-to-day basis about yourself and about your life. That is being up-leveled. I think because of that, you are a magnetic factor here with the Star. I also think that some of you guys should check your astrology charts and see what's going on. You could have a lot of interesting transits that are benefiting you at this time. This could be a really amazing year for you, especially at this particular half point as we are approaching, for you to shine. There is an it factor to you. There is a je ne sais quoi that you might not even know, and it's like, why is everybody looking at me? Why is everybody asking me? Why is everybody all of a sudden got their lights on me? And it's because you have something massive you've been chosen to help other people with, to serve, to help clarify, to solve, or to lead by example. You might not be doing anything, but just being an inspiration to others as to how they can be leading their lives, right? And so I think a lot of verbal expression, written expression can help you at this time. If you're not doing speeches or talkings, vloggings, things of the sort, you should be doing that now because that is going to benefit you profoundly. The Star is also massive transformative healing. If you feel like you've had imposter syndrome, if you felt insecure, if you feel you were unworthy, if you feel like you were uncertain about your career path or whatever you were uncertain of, you're going to get so much cosmic affirmation, confirmation, a sense of feeling chosen, a sense of feeling divinely loved. And you also get that get that confirmation through people around you. They will tell you, they will talk to you, they will smile at you. So it's the tiny little things you need to be paying attention to. The secrets of the universe smiling back at you. Spirits are definitely talking. Ancestors are certainly proud. But again, a sense of jubilation, a sense of excitement, a sense of celebration of self, throwing yourself a party, gathering of friends, um, booking a flight that's in celebration for yourself. All of this is advised. So much you have done on yourself in terms of self work, in terms of self exploration, in terms of self healing that is now physically manifesting in your life around you. You deserve all the things, water signs. So I'm excited to hear from you guys in the comments. Give me a wave emoji if this resonates with you, and definitely let me know what's been going on in your life. Now we're going to move on to air signs. Air signs, you guys are up next. What's good? Okay, so great spirit. What is the general message for the air signs that are watching? So if you are, what are the air signs? Sweet Lord. If you are a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, this general message is for you, Great Spirit. What do you wish to tell Gemini, Libra, Aquariuses? Why did you bring them here to watch this video? What's going on? Okay. So this is your message, air signs. Okay, air signs, y'all are getting the 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of Swords. All right. 8 of Swords, air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. 8 of Swords is talking about a sense of mental exhaustion, emotional exhaustion, spiritual exhaustion. Child, some of you guys may be just very tired, or in a season of emptiness, not having anything on your plate, not having anything in your cup to offer to other people. But I do get the sense that you guys are coming out of this. So if you're watching this, this is resonating with you, like, oh Lord, I'm so over this. I do get the sense that you're coming out of this season, not so much entering it, but navigating the realms of how do I start feeling like myself again. What's interesting is that this was a very much needed season for you to get clarity on not only your purpose, but things that fundamentally have to change in your life that you were just saying yes to or accepting, that were not bringing joy, that were draining you, that were not respecting your energy or time. This could be in the form of family members, friends, career choices, lifestyle habits that you were just kind of blindly doing, accepting, allowing, and you really at the heart of it did not want to do these things accept or allow. And so spirit is like you almost had to hit rock bottom to analyze and make an assessment in terms of what needs to go for you to be living your best life or for you to come back to a better version of yourself. This, when I see this card, definitely is a sense of binding. You're locked into a routine, a habit, a choice, a decision that you don't necessarily feel like you have the power to get out of, or you may feel powerless when that is anything but. It is always cluing us into a sort of mindset or victim mentality that has us bind it to the circumstances when there are other options, or the possibility of options can present themselves to you once you start looking at the brighter side or opening yourself up to receive that as a possibility. With the 8 of Swords, therapy is absolutely re- suggested, therapy in terms of whatever brings you therapy. So it could actually be booking a therapist, it could be movement therapy, it could be play therapy, it could be, picking one day of the week for an hour, coloring in your coloring book, listening to calming music. It could be journaling for 1 hour a week. It could be talking to close friends and, getting a second look into things. It could be booking a spiritualist. I do definitely feel like you guys are in need of a spiritual cleansing, whether that is an egg limpia, which is a modality that I teach in my Possess Your Spirit membership, whether it's a spiritual bath cleansing. I have a couple options. There's particularly an okra cleansing spiritual bath on my YouTube channel that is really easy to do, that it works effectively and it cleanses negativity from your life. You guys can do that. And it can also be another type of cleansing. It could be a physical cleansing in terms of detoxing. No more drinking, no more eating a certain way. Lifestyle habits need to improve. Certain friends, choices, not scrolling so much, reading more, walking outside, exercising more, things that are going to raise your dopamine levels. Your dopamine levels could be very low at this time. Serotonin levels could be very low at this time. Even like an ice plunge could be very beneficial. They raise your dopamine levels up to 200%. I know that's not like the most ideal choice, but this is about how do I get to a space of self acceptance and positivity and hope and optimism. And then from that space, make the necessary choices because I am now motivated to shift into a better lifestyle, a better version of myself. You can have people that are leeching you. You can have people that are leeching you energetically, that you live with or that are around you, that you talk to, that you've just accepted, or you're not even aware that their energy is having an effect on you in that way. So, as an experiment, air signs, I would definitely observe what impact other people have in your life. And how it makes you feel after associating with them, after being around them. A lot of you guys could feel powerless in terms of personal expression. And this could be a very empowering time where you find your voice. You find something to advocate for. You find something to protest about. You find, even in your own life, you're like, maybe enough is enough. I need to bring this up. I'm done with this. I cut the cords. I cut the contract. I am no longer accepting this. I am no longer going to just say, like, I have to do this. I don't. And there could be major, major life changing epiphanies that are happening in your life now in all areas that are very liberating, but also can be very scary because it's like, how is life going to look like without this person, without this job, without this home, without living here, or without doing what I normally do and codepending on these toxic habits? Um, Eight of Swords. There is an incessant repetition of a belief, a self talk that you tell yourself, a thought, an expectation that just repeats over and over and over again, that you have playing in the back of your mind that is really running the show. And you need to somehow find the strength to source what that belief system is, what that pattern is, and stop it. Because this is no longer a pity party. This is about you finding the strength to conjure the life that you deserve, make the choices and become the character and identity that you know you can be, that is a mirror to the life that you deserve, and really embody something higher than what you're embodying now, right? And whether that is because you're being influenced by people, places, or the environment around you, could mean that you are due for a move, relocation, ending of relationships, ending of friendships, ending of lifestyle habits, ending of a career. This is massive for you, air signs. But again, it is the making and the markers of this great liberatory path that you're leading yourself on that is going to feel exuberantly free and exciting. I mean, some of you guys may even have massive makeovers. You cut your hair, you shave your hair, you change your wardrobe, you start looking more, you just start looking different. People are going to be like, who's that? What happened? Wow, the energy just shifted in the most positive way. But they're going to be like, what happened? Like, did you go to a retreat or something? And like, did you go speak to a guru? Like, who is this person? But yeah, I would suggest that you do cleansings, unbindings, elevate your own spirit guides, elevate your ancestors, see if you have any clamoring spirits that are bringing you down. You might need a reading for this. You might need a spiritual healing for this. You can also be your own healer. You might need to pull your own cards, sit down, meditate, assess what are the next steps for me to get into X, Y, and Z, or to find a solution here and get out of your own way so the solution can come. All right, air signs. You are also getting the 8 of Wands, which is really interesting. So this is telling me you guys have some blockages in your environment. It could be a person, it could be environment, it could be the home that needs to be cleansed, it could be your own mindset that is blocking all these opportunities from coming. There's so much goodness that was meant to come a while ago. It's been coming, it's already on your way. It's probably even here and you don't even see it, or you're not in the emotional mindset to see it. So, yeah, it's time to book your favorite healer. It's time to, if you slacked off of your self-care, if you're like, I used to go to the gym all the time, now I don't. I used to eat healthy, now I don't. I used to pray, I used to go to church all the time, now I don't. It's time to jump back into the routines that prioritize your care, prioritize you, and help you see things from an elevated perspective and a more clear perspective. Because right now you're severely influenced by the company you keep. Some of you guys think you keep good company, and that might not actually be the case. You might have actually outgrown that company. That company might want you to stay small because they don't want you to go. They don't want you to leave. They don't want you to level up. They don't want you to grow. They want you to stay at a mindset that is like, woe is me. And when you meet up with that company, you kiki, and it's all like, woe is us. And no one's growing, no one's thriving. And it's just a cesspool of complaints and heavy debris energetically that's not getting anybody to where they need to be. You have to be the leader. You have to be the realizer. You need to be the person that has the epiphany that's like, I'm not doing this. And you might rub people the wrong way. They might think like, oh, what are you, too good for us now? Or, oh my God, we used to suffer together. So now that we're not suffering, or we're not friends no more. This is a message for somebody, child, because I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. But nevertheless, I know what the fuck I'm saying. And it's time to choose you. It's time to save you. It's time to liberate you. And it's also time for you to have a reality check on yourself and not be like, I mean, there are things that are making life difficult. I mean, the essence of life is good and bad, and we must balance these things. But this is to a point where you need to energetically cleanse. You need to energetically cleanse your field. And I have tips and techniques and tools for you to do that in the Possess Your Spirit membership. Whatever modalities that help you to get to that space of clarity, which will instill some discipline. You need to instill more discipline, and you need to make executive decisions about the people you keep in your life. And maybe the environment, like it might be time for you to move house, move out of the state, move out of the country, move out of the continent. Whatever shape or form that might take place, you will get that clarity once you start prioritizing yourself, and once you start saying no to these things on the side and really allowing yourself to cleanse. Things can change in a day, things can change in an instant, but you need to have the courage to allow that change to come in. Air signs. Okay, so last but not least, let's go into earth signs. Earth signs, let's get into Earth, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So if you are a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, this message is for you. A Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. this message is for you. Okay? Great Spirit, why did you bring them to this video today? What is the message they need to hear? What is the wisdom you wish to tell them, share with them, remind them of earth signs? Give it to me. What's going on? Earth signs. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Esto quería salir. And I want to say this one wanted to go too. So you guys have double two. So I would implore you to watch the first video, the fire sign video. There is strong messages there for you. You guys are also getting the two Pentacles. And for you, earth signs, I really feel like you are on a crossroads. The image that I am getting, some of you might get this, some of you might not, is being on a ferry and leaving an island as you're approaching the new and greater and glorious island. So as you're leaving the island, there's like a, oh my God, it's going out there into the distance. Woe is me. Do I want to leave this island? Do I want to go to this new big and intimidating island that has more to offer me? Do I want to say goodbye to what I'm familiar with? And so there is a metaphorical and maybe quite literal crossroads in your life where there is a relocation. You could be shifting partners. You could be shifting careers. You could just be shifting identities. You could be shifting where you live or moving house, right? And there's a crossroads that's happening that's causing a lot of maybe internal, you know, when you move, there's dust that gets reawakened that you didn't know there was dust then. So everything kind of gets brought up and you're in the space of sorting out and cleaning and clearing and getting clarity, right? This is what we're getting with the Two of Pentacles. Lots of decisions that need to be made, lots of understanding of self. I think this is a time where you really get to understand yourself in a new way. Wow. When this happens, I react like this. Oh, when this happens, I get this feeling of insecurity. I get triggered. When this comes into play, I get really excited. I didn't know I would get excited about this. I don't know why this area is coming into mind. The spirits are telling me this. Should I consider this? Should I consider that? This is a time not to make any rash decisions, impulsive decisions. Just sit on what is coming to you. Allow the dust to settle as you're clearing everything. This is a time of transformation. This is a time of transition, but this is not a time to be rapid, to be impulsive. And yes, if you're a person that's like me, that's like, I want things done now. When I manifest and conjure something, I expect it to come with immediacy. There is a timing to all things. And yes, that can absolutely happen, but I'm not sensing that this is the season or time for that to happen. It's not going to take a long time for the dust to settle, but it is like there is a reason why you must marinate and linger in what is to finally get a clear vision, a clear view of what you're getting into, and to make the right decisions as you're getting into these things. This is talking about investments, investing in yourself, investing in a person, investing financially, investing in a new career sector, investing in a new marketing tactic, investing in new friends, communities, investing in a new spiritual practice. In whatever way that is falling into your life, it does talk about investing to up-level yourself, to grow to this next chapter, this next land, metaphorically, that you're being called to venture into. The bigger version of yourself, the bolder version of yourself, the more forward version of yourself. Earth signs. And then, you know, with the Two of Pentacles here, there could be a lot of self-doubt. Am I ready for this? You know, actually, have I acquired the tool sets, this tool kits, the mindset, everything? You can also feel in a space of disarray. You can feel in a space of feeling overwhelmed. So it's important that, I think one of the major themes in this whole reading is self-care. Important that you dive into yourself, you give back to yourself, you invest in yourself, prioritize yourself before anybody else. This decision has to deal with you, even if it involves your partner, your children, your other people in your career. It fundamentally deals with you, so you must be happy with everything moving forward. A lot of you guys have foresight. The gift of foresight. Use that. Open up your Akashic records to see what's to come, to see what, if you were to choose this, what is possible for me. Open up. Book your healer. Open up the cards to see what is to come. And use your intuitive gifts and skills to make these decisions to help guide you. That's why you have it. So many of us sit on these gifts and skills and use it for trivial things when we could be using it for life-changing decisions, right? Ask. Closed mouths don't get fed. The spirits tell me all this all the time because I am absolutely guilty of it. But closed mouths don't get fed. So if you need something to be cleared from your life, if you need to bring in an opportunity, if you want an opportunity and a desire, it is your divine birthright to ask for it, to expect it, and to know that it is going to come, either in that form or something better, right? Our task is just to get out of God's way and let God do what God does best, right? I know that's very hard, but it's actually very easy, but I know that's very hard, funny enough. So how are you going to get out of your own way in this time of great change so that you can allow God to do the heavy lifting, your guides to do the heavy lifting? And when the dust settles, you will be able to see, this is your subconscious card, the Two of Wands, what the path ahead is, where you're being led, how you're being chosen to serve, the decisions that now lie in front of you, and where you need to move to, metaphorically, physically. Big time for change. And the change may settle in another 3 to 6 months. Life is going to look very different in another 3 to 6 months. A lot of you guys may be moving internationally. A lot of you guys may be moving out of your house into a new space, into a new land, into a new territory. And this is a manifestation of the next chapter, energetic space, energetic field that you are in. You have the capacity to handle more. You have the capacity to receive more. You have the capacity to be more. And so your external environment now needs to mirror that essence of moreness. A lot of you guys, again, future visioning, look into a crystal ball. If you are a spiritist in every way, talk to the spirits, work the spirits, bedazzle them, work with your angels, work with your guides, work with your ancestors, work with the land, work with the elemental spirits, work with tree bark, work with water, work with air, work with sand. I'm getting a lot of nature stuff. So if you guys are, witches of any sort and kind, and this is resonating with you, that could be of the essence at this time. Making offerings to trees, connecting with nature, meditating in nature to get clarity. Really, if you're thinking about moving, don't just do it impulsively. Listen to the land. Do astral cartography. Talk to the land. Talk to the land spirits. Connect with the land. What are you being brought into this land, this space, this new home? What are you there? What's your mission there? And all of that. That is very imperative as well. Give offerings to the land. Earth signs. I don't even want to say think big because I feel a lot of you guys are thinking big. This is more about, you've got the major vision. You've got the plan. There's a lot to do. It's exciting to do all at once. Don't do it all at once. Wait for the cues. Wait for the timing. You will know. And have a system that's not going to make you burn out. Have a system that prioritizes you and your passion in your creativity. And use, please, by the love of God, use your psychic faculties. Use the gifts that the ancestors have bestowed upon you. If you don't know what that is, child, download my lead magnet, portal to your intuition, so that you can ask your ancestors and you guys, what the hell have I inherited that I can leverage at this time to live my best life, to thrive. Traca, traca, tri, traca, traca, tra. And yeah, so earth signs, massive stuff for you. Be the witches that I know you are. Use that for yourself and for others. And be proud about it. Shout at the rooftops if you need to. Yeah, that's it. So, yeah, this was a lot of fun to come back to. You know, I can't be doing something when it's not fun. But I miss y'all and I miss doing this kind of content. I've been vlogging. Period. I've been vlogging, so that's been a journey in and of itself in the best of ways. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a like, give me a thumbs up, give a subscribe for your mamas if you want to see more of this and more of my juicy life behind the scenes. And I can't wait to talk to y'all real soon. Let me know how y'all doing in the comments down below. You know I love to kiki with y'all, and I'm connect with y'all real soon. Bye.